Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot. Hi, just wanted to check in with you, just kind of face to face, hoping you're well, hoping these energies are helping to support you. And I want to thank all of you for supporting my work here. This is part of my mission, and I really, really appreciate it. So we're going to get to this reading, all new decks, and I just wanted to say hi and thank you for your support. All right, let's get started on this reading. All right, how's that? I'll do a little clearing. I came in this morning and cleaned off my table with new decks. I always want to clean that off, and new energy and clear the energy really well. And I was just going to set up the camera, and our little ladybug friend came out of nowhere and literally just, she was over here in this corner, and she literally just walked right up to me right here and looked at me. So she's over here getting her drink. I don't know if you can see her, but she's right there. Okay, so let me tell you about the decks I'm going to use. I am actually going to a class today on some indigenous culture, I think shamanism and music, and anyway, so I'm really was feeling, and I've been feeling like I needed to pull these decks out. I don't use them often, but I did do a pre-shuffle, and I want to share with you what I found in the pre-shuffle. So this is the Way of the Horse deck. I don't use it often, but I really feel compelled to speak to the indigenous horse cultures from the United States, North America. This is the card that came out. This is the 26th card, and the card is Promise, Auspicious Beginnings, Conscious Birth, Nourishing New Life. And this is, we'll read about it in a, well, I'm not going to read about it really, but basically, Conscious Birth to me stood out. Nourishing New Life. The other book that or other deck that I'm going to use is the Sacred Path Tarot Oracle cards. And this is so funny because I purchased this deck long before I even knew what tarot was, probably 20 years ago. I purchased this thinking that the oracle cards would just be little daily cards that would help me kind of focus my energy, but that was long before I was awakened. And so I saw somebody else using this deck, or when I searched for oracle decks, this came up, and I'm like, holy cow, I have that. And I found it, and I do have a Native American indigenous culture collection of artifacts and items. But anyway, I found this in my stuff, and so pre-shuffling I came out with the 44 Sacred Space and 28 Medicine Bundle Allies and Support, which is pretty interesting because the other deck that I am going to use is the Native Spirit Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. And in this deck, the card that came out in the pre-shuffle was Dream Traveler. And then in this deck, Messages from Your Spirit Guides, and I bought this because my animal spirit guide is a hawk. In this deck, the card that came out was the Meerkat, Get Support from Trusted Friends or Like-Minded People. And then in this deck, let's see, no, this medicine bundle is Get Allies Support and the Sacred Space or Respect. And then in this deck, this is the Medicine Woman. My dad's grandmother was a Cherokee medicine woman. And so this deck spoke to me, and I got the King of Wands. So that was the energy of the pre-shuffle. With this deck, they do have a prayer. And so I like to I kind of like to honor the creators of the deck for their intentions. Welcome energies, of earth, wind, fire, and water. Let us create a life of beauty, reverence, and wonder. With each season, let us rejoice. Through every phase of sun and moon, let us be in harmony. In every direction shall we offer our love. Let the reading begin. Great Spirit, Master, Mother Creator, bless the earth through my life. Source of all nourishment, we seek to replenish your sacred world. Guide us now through these images, words, and feelings within as we are to reach into the wholeness. Let all that is needed be known. Okay, so we're going to get started. I will shuffle for you as always. I'll put these over here and put these back in the deck. 12 card on the bottom, arrow, truth as a prediction. It tells me that truth is coming forward for somebody. This is very, very powerful energies of these decks. And like I say, I don't use them often, but normally I used what I am called. And last week, when I was doing all the zodiac readings, I was called to pull these decks next. And then it just so happens that on my Facebook newsfeed, I was then informed that this person that I follow on Facebook, and I'll just say his name is John Two Hawks, is going to be in very close by today. So that's where I'm going, just to see him as he talks and teaches. So, and just now, there is a huge, these two cards came out in the reverse. Something's going on wonky here. There is a huge murder of crows outside my window. So here's a 9 card and a 10 card. And they are like, I can hear them. I mean, I can see them outside the window. Just a huge gathering, murder, what they call a murder of crows. And they are just gathering, like really, right, literally outside my window. I don't know if you can hear them. All right, let's just look up 9 and 10. Sorry, this is going to be a longer reading than I anticipated. Hope you're not bored, but everything comes out for a reason. 9 is language of the breath, socio-sensual awareness, heart intelligence, and nonverbal communication. Well, that's definitely what's going on. And number 10 is lightning horse, flash of inspiration. That's that King of Wands. Glimpse of the next level, an unmanifested possibility. And that possibility reminds me of that promise card. So lots of weird energy. Also, oh, look at this. I mean, come on. I've got to put these back. When I was setting up for this reading and I turned on my light bulb was flickering right after the ladybug stepped up. I have messed up my deck of cards. I'll figure it out later. I'll put these here. Okay, so sorry, it's been kind of a very long introduction. We're at like 8 minutes. I'm so sorry. I don't usually take that long. Okay, we're going to get started on this reading, and they say take this deck first. I only have one tarot deck, but I do have a tarot deck. This card stayed down. I do have a tarot deck on standby in case I need it. Let's go through this and see what happens. Well, Ladybug gets her drink. Look at that. The 28 card medicine bundle, allies and support. So let's just take a quick read, whatever sticks out at me. What I do for the readings is I just open and then something will just jump out at me. So I don't read the whole thing because that's an awful lot. Symbols of connections with allies of earth, medicine to heal us, to give us rebirth, talents to honor, abilities to praise, strength and compassion guide our medicine ways. If the medicine bundle is coming to your hands today, you are being asked to honor the wisdom of your ancestors and your allies. Is that not amazing? As I was just saying, my grandmother was a Cherokee medicine woman. If you're not sure what messages are, look at the strengths that are now being given to you and count them in your personal medicine. This assistance is supporting your present path and should be recognized as blessings from your medicine helpers. Through them, you may find the courage to support the self. And as I'm talking, that's getting louder and louder and louder. Okay, so this card stayed on Walking in Beauty. This looks like a sunrise. This is like new energy. I just flipped right to it. Amazing. Radiant beauty surrounds you. You're beautiful inside and out. No matter what your age, your grace is glowing. Being in balance. As you walk in beauty and feel gratitude for it, your life will be filled with immense splendor. Whenever you can, spend time in the natural wild spaces. As you see and hear and feel the beauty around you, your own beauty will grow. Well, that's lovely energy. All right, they asked me to pull some tarot. I'll shuffle for you. Help us please understand this reading. Bring forward. This is 7 of Arrows, 7 of Swords in the reverse. That makes me happy. 7 of Swords is usually my malicious intent. There's the 9 of Stones, 9 of Pentacles. Somebody investing a lot of time in their balance. Eagle, the flyers. This is the totem of pipes. Pipes are, let's see. Pipes are wands. And the flyer is the Eagle, totem of pipes. This is the free your mind to fly with the eagles. This is the Knight of Wands. But the totem of pipes, the flyers. This may be that you're seeing an eagle eye view is what I'm hearing. You're seeing kind of the bigger picture here. This is in the Power Lodge of the Pipes. This is the Queen of Pipes, I believe. Queen of Wands. Because the exemplar is the king, and that came out in the pre-shuffle. Radiate energy that empowers. So it feels like somebody was trying to disempower you, and then that you have separated from them. And now you are figuring out that you need to detach from people who disempower you and find people who do power you, empower you. What else do I need? Okay. Challenge position. That is the exemplar of pipes. That is the King of Wands that came out in the pre-shuffle. In the challenge position. 9 of Bowls. We have 2 9s. This is the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles. This is where your happiness lies, and you need to be able to embrace that. And somebody has undervalued you, has tried to make you feel small and insignificant. And 4 of Pipes, that's a 4 of Wands. Could be a twin flame card. Stability. Okay. And that's ecstasy, the Lovers. Okay, well, that's true. And then this is discernment. This is judgment, the judgment card. 2 major arcanas, 1 in the reverse. Definitely overcoming. You were not able to see this kind of, you've come to a level where you can see this person's manipulative tactics. And it could have been a twin flame, and that was part of the lesson that you needed to learn, because you weren't valuing yourself. And now the lesson that you learn is investing in yourself, loving yourself, being happy with yourself. That self-love is actually the point of union between you and your twin. That's what it feels like. Okay, and this is the Grandfathers. This is the Star card. See how it flew over that? Yeah. That was the lesson that you needed to learn, and now you're healing. So let's figure out what's going on with this twin. You had to make a choice, and maybe that was a step away into connect with a support system. People, like-minded people who support you. The Totem of Arrows. That is the Knight of Swords. The Coyote and the Four-Leggeds. Nurturing Lodge of the Bowls. So this is the Knight of Cups. The Totem of Arrows is... hold on, sorry. Let me look. Totems are the knights. So this is see through the cultural illusion. The Totem of Arrows. You're getting that vision of what you were programmed to believe. And then the Nurturing Lodge of the Bowls is the Queen of Nurture Your Spiritual Family. Okay. Well, that kind of brings everything together. What this feels to me is that you were in this cycle, and this could be with your twin, it doesn't have to be. Could be with a soulmate, doesn't have to be. Could be with somebody profound in your life. And they were in this toxic energy of manipulating you. And I'm hearing the word narcissism, but maybe some narcissist behaviors. And that was really destabilizing you. You had a kind of an undercurrent of insecurity. And what I'm hearing is self-denial of your gifts, of your worth. And so at some point, this triggered you to a point where you had to step away and say, wait a minute, I'm important too. I matter too. And then that changed the cycle of now you're starting to embrace your self-worth, and you're starting to align yourself with people who make you feel very positive and empowered. And see, the 2 and the 8 is a 10 card. This has come out twice. So that cycle is your choice to end that cycle. And now you're starting to realize with this 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, that you need to be happy with yourself before you can come back into this connection. And that is healing the connection too. Because now you've got this bird's eye view and this clarity. And now you are now starting to say, you know, I see this on a different level. You had not had, this has overcome your ability to discern that you were worth more than the way you were accepting people treating you. They said bottom of the deck, 4 of Swords. Absolutely. Okay, they asked me to take a card from this, even though I've messed up this deck. I'm going to shuffle, and I'll straighten the deck out after this reading. Maybe there's a reason that it's a messed up deck. Okay. So look at the same card came out. Is that not amazing? This is nurturing. Nurturing your spiritual family. So this spiritual family is your soul tribe. You need to find nurturing from them and be able to nurture them as well. And then we had this card come out, which is the 30. This is a little longer reading than I anticipated, but let's find out what this is. Intuition, non-rational perception, subtle body awareness, and inner subjectivity. A horse of a different color emerges from the mist, bringing wisdom from a mysterious source. Intuition not only connects us to deeper, more soulful consciousness, it reminds us that the universe is a lattice work of relationships. Wow. Okay. Now, let's take some, I don't know if I'm finished with that. Let's take some native spirit or some animal messages from your animal spirit guides. So if you're on the twin flame journey, this is a lesson that is one of the lessons you have to learn, is that self-love helps support the connection. It does not diminish the connection. And just as I said that, the birds absolutely silenced. And then they started again as they're flying away. Maybe they were here to give us a lesson. Okay, so quite a few came out. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. So whatever this person has done to you out of this toxic behavior, compassion and forgiveness. Ooh, the Falcon. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Act on this opportunity that is before you. So if there's an opportunity for you to connect with some like-minded people and find some support and be able to nurture and feel nurtured within your soul tribe, today's the day. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. Codependent behavior has been a trigger for you. Create a sacred space. Did we not see sacred space? Sacred space. The 44 card in this deck came out in the pre-reading, pre-shuffling. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. And the birds stopped. They're gone. Just like that. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing striving. Oh my gosh, that is perfect. I feel like they said, pull this card, bottom, 10 of Pentacles. So we've gone from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. Excellent. And the Death card, the Sunset. And then remember when I said walking in beauty? Look at that. Transformation. Then the other card, Temperance, and the High Priestess. I'm going to leave it there, folks. It just definitely a very meaningful message for you. So please, I've just heard, watch it again. You need to watch it again. There's so much to this message. Watch it again. This is a profound turning point for someone. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.